Hello again, and welcome to episode 2 of Studio 70, the YouTube podcast. I think I mentioned in episode 1. We've done this last year from September to December, only the audio version of the podcast. You can find that anywhere you get your podcasts. But this year, 2024, we are starting off with a whole new video YouTube podcast. So we are really wicked excited about it.
Yes, we are.
And what else we're missing today again, Shirak? What are we missing?
Yes, but we missing our Studio 70 logo, but don't worry, it's coming.
Right here, brand new logo. We got all new merch, just waiting for it to come in. New Year's, it took a little bit longer, but we'll have it probably next episode. So check it out. We'll be wearing it. But for today and for always, we just let you know, this podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only.
Do your research and be kind to others.
Very much be kind to each other. That's hard to do nowadays. People get so passionate about stuff, but we're lighthearted. We're just having fun here, okay? We're talking about music. Come on, it's fun. It's fun stuff.
Yes.
Forget about it. So, studio70.com, you'll get all our links there. You could get, see our merchandise, our audio, or just link to this YouTube show, all this other stuff. So you want to be in the know, you go there, studio70.com. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. All this stuff helps with the algorithm for YouTube has, and will get us kind of ahead of everybody else and kind of get us out there so we can really grow and really share the love. And of course, Patreon, if you want to support us, we'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
So with all that, we're going to get into a little bit of what we're going over today. And before I do that, I want to explain to the folks that are just listening, we're going to have different segments of the show. Some are going to be very common, but they're going to be different. Mm-hmm. Like we have news. That's going to be what's going on in music news. We got in the spotlight. We're going to highlight an artist. It could be somebody who's out really popular out there. It could be just somebody we know that's on the rise.
Exactly.
Or very
we would like to give spotlights to those that's just that's out there as well. And a lot of people, they're not so familiar with others, but we want to definitely give them that opportunity and have them on the show.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll talk about them on the show.
Yeah. And then I'll do from the studio, which is basically just musician topics and different things like that. And some other stuff. But for today, the first thing I think we're going to get into is some music news. So we ready for that? Let's do a quick little intro on that stuff right now. Bam, music news. Take it away, Shirak.
Music news. So, the 2024 is here and everybody's about the football. So in the news is who will be performing at the 24 football.
2024. Yeah.
2024.
I'm with
football.
You.
Yes. And of course it's going to be Usher, who is an R&B and pop singer and also a songwriter. So that's awesome. I know that's going to be a great performance. He's good. So Taylor Swift, she also was offered, and she's also a singer, songwriter. Everyone should know Taylor Swift, but if they don't, awesome voice.
Who's that? I have no clue who that is.
So she actually was offered, but she declined the offer.
That's because their team, her boyfriend's team, may not be in the Super Bowl. That's probably why. I'm kidding. I don't. Go ahead, sorry.
Next is Madonna, American singer, songwriter, been out for a very long time, decades and decades. She was feeling ill, so she postponed a couple of her concerts, her called Celebration Tour. But she's back, full effect, and she's saying that she will be in Boston 2024. So that'd be awesome to see her. And Madonna's been out for a long time, and she still has it.
All right. But is Madonna really Madonna? Because I don't know. I can't even recognize her, to be honest. But that's a whole other story. We don't care. I know it's not in the news. Back to you.
So we just wanted to say she's still doing her thing. Mariah Carey. Guess where Mariah Carey was at near the Christmas holidays?
New York?
She was in the White House. She was in the White House hanging out with the President Biden and the Vice President, Miss Harris, which is awesome. She had her kids with her there, the two her twins. So that's awesome. So she actually had a great time, and that's something she probably will always remember. I know I would.
Yeah.
And so Vince Gill and Paul Franklin, American country musicians,
Mm-hmm.
they celebrate Grammy, and they are going to be performing um, on air February 4th, 2024, at the Grammy Awards on CBS. So that should be awesome too. They're known, they have 66 Grammys that they won in the past. So
Wow.
that should be awesome. Listen to them. Those are country musicians, very talented as well.
I just want to say too, that's really cool. And going back to being able to visit the White House, I know a lot of people think of different things, and I definitely don't want to get political on here. And let me just switch to myself real quick. So the thing is, I don't care who's president. I think it'd be really cool and an honor to be at the White House, regardless of who's running the country. I think that's just really cool. And 66, wow, that is just wow. That's that's a lot of awards. That's really really cool.
Yeah.
What else you got? Is that it?
So yeah, that's it for
That
the
was
news
awesome.
today. Yes.
Great job. Great. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get. Come on. Great job, Chirac. Your first time. I love that. And we're gonna switch over. I hope you don't mind, but we're gonna switch over to from the studio. I do not have theme music for that. So, that's all right. But anyhow, what I want to talk about today, really quickly, is the importance of young artists really getting out there and getting experience in their craft. The reason I mention this particular topic today is because from last year, if you listen to my audio podcast, I interviewed many young musicians and what they learned in their experiences. And across the board, their input was it was very important for them in their journey as an artist to get experience. And you can only get that experience from going on tour and getting out there. So, I would say if you're a young artist, you're doing, whether you're doing hip hop, you're doing a band, you're in a band, you're doing a duo, you're a solo artist, get out there somehow. Yes, it'd be great to go on a tour. If you're not fortunate enough to know the connections for a tour, but you have other friends that do something similar, create your own. Call around, try to get some gigs. We had one band called Undefeated. They did their own, tour. They did like, I forgot how many dates, 20 something on their own. Maybe that's a lot, but you do a few. Or if that's even too much, just get out there, do parties, do local picnics, do the local tavern down the street. I'm making it up, but what I'm trying to say is you got to get out there, you got to perform, you got to hone in on your craft, and that's so important. So that's from the studio today, and that goes for even recording in the studio. Get yourself out there. The more you learn, the more you know, the better off you be as an artist. So, Chirac, that's what I have from in the studio. Are you ready to talk about who's in the spotlight today?
Yes, I am excited to talk about who is in the spotlight today.
Let's start off. Now that I have a little intro for you. Let's go. In the spotlight.
In the spotlight, we are going to be talking about Coco Jones. She has been in the spotlight. I've been actually admiring this young lady. And, sometimes I want to say I feel her pain, maybe not all of her pain, but I do feel some of her pain. So Coco Jones, she started out, I'll give you a little bit of background about Coco. She's an actress, she's a singer. She started out really young, like she was about 14 or 15 years old. She started out on Disney. So when you start out like that, you're like, okay, my career is booming. I know I got this, and you're doing great, especially on Disney. That's a lot of people dream if they want to be an actress or a singer. They like to be on a show like that because that is very known. So she played on some. She was played in Let It Shine. If you didn't see that movie, it's a great movie. She was singing in that movie as well. And one thing that Coco Jones, she was young. Now, she actually was so dedicated, she didn't even first finish high school. Like, she dropped out of school, but she said, she definitely wanted to get her education, so she just self-educate herself. She just did everything on her own, which is awesome. And she definitely was like, I got to just finish school because this is where I'm going. This is where I'm at. And I want to give you a little bit of background. I didn't know this, but her father actually played for the Patriots. So he, she has some background of, famous people play for the Patriots. I was like, wow. So she had a lot of encouragement from her parents, very supportive. Some people like, Beyonce said, continue your dream. And she thought she was on her way. Once the Disney stopped, she was auditioning and she was singing, and she's a great singer, and she got contract and she's like, yes, I nailed it. She got a contract today, but about 2 or 3 weeks ago, she didn't have a contract. So she was kind of confused, and she was like, what is going on? What is going on? Do you like me? And then they said something about they don't know where to, place her, but she's awesome. It was just a lot going on in her life, and she really struggled. So this, what I want to talk about today, is mostly her struggles. And just because you think you got your foot in the door at the beginning, you still got to continue and continue, because you don't know, you're there today and you'll be gone tomorrow. So definitely they dropped Coco, and she was kind of upset. But just to let you know that she still continued to move forward. She was like, you know what, this is not going to stop me. So she actually sent the video out as well, saying exactly what happened. She didn't really want to point fingers, and she really was very delicate when she actually spoke about this. But she talked about her skin color, which is still out there today, guys, 2023 to 2024, which is crazy. So I just wanted to let you know that even though she's beautiful, very talented, attractive, and if you think you have these skills, we doing music and you're like, okay, I'm beautiful, I'm young, I'm attractive. Sometimes it just seems like it takes more than that. She said, you can show up on time every day, be dedicated, but it's just like they want something that sometimes you just don't want to give. Like, she comes in the studio, she wants to sing this. No, you can't sing this. You got to sing that. And you want your personality to shine. And, she felt like, what, they making me to something I really do not want to be. She wasn't liking herself. And it shouldn't be like that, right? But this is the industry, this is the music. And if you're getting this, you're probably going to have to face these battles as well. So just give me a little bit of insight of what Coco Jones was going through. And it's very interesting, it's very passionate, but she still continued to sing and do what she had to do. And hopefully, if you're out there as well and you want to be in the spotlight music, you're probably going to have to definitely have some challenges that you're going to have to face.
And that's awesome to in terms of guidance, because let me tell you, and we've heard this from many different people, whether it be at a smaller level or what we've heard just through news and through interviews from different people. A lot of times you have to be careful of your contracts. You start off, they get you in there because they like the nugget of who you are, but they already have another idea of how you are to be used and blossomed, into. And it may not be, what you want it to be. So, be aware of, and that's what's tough too, because when you're looking to just get any contract, just do anything, get any type of success, you're just so excited about that.
Exactly.
And you assume you can kind of continue on being who you are and representing who you are and having control, I guess is the word, of what you are. But that's
you have
not
no control of your life.
always the same thing.
Yeah.
And of course, today I knew that Chirac was going to mention Coco Jones. So when we get into the next segment, I already have something interesting that I think Coco Jones talks about that kind of hints her navigation of what you just talked about.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take away from that. I don't know if you're done with that. If we can get into the reaction room yet.
Yes, let's do
Are
it.
you?
Yeah, because
Are you ready to get into the reaction room? Are you guys ready to go to reaction room? I don't know if you remember episode 1, but we're gonna have some fun with this. Okay, let's get in there. Yeah, we're going to get in there. So, without further ado, I want Coco Jones to talk about this. And this comes from, I think it's a relatively new channel called English Channel. I will mention it in description. Please go check out the channel and give them love, like, subscribe, because these
Definitely.
are all Creative Commons. These are all folks that are willing to help share their information. So I want to support them as well. So let's listen to what she has to say here.
My therapist taught me this, and it's about like accepting the seasons. Weather can never be the same. That's just not how the world works. Can never rain all day, every day. Like we flood. That's just not how the world works. So maybe you're in a season, but the weather always has to change. What can you be learning? What can you be doing in this season? Because it's definitely not going to change if you're not figuring out what lesson you need to have in this season. You know what I'm saying? So really, the goal is to figure out how to get out of it. If it never rained, the plant's not growing. Wow. But nobody likes the rain. It's not giving. Some people love it though. Some people find a way to be happy in the rain. So what are you doing in the rain? Are you just standing there? There's a way out of it. The cloud will pass over. My therapist.
Whoops, let's go back. So, Chirac, to put on you, I want you to ask you first. What's your, take on that video?
Coco Jones is always wants to express herself and also give the audience some education. So I think that she's right on point. Things change. She changed for definitely, and she has grown. She has grown into a beautiful woman. So when she's talked about it doesn't rain every day, and some people like the rain. I don't like the rain, and sometimes it rains a lot more for some people than others, if that makes sense or not, but it does. So she's asking what we doing in the rain. We trying to forge ahead. We want to grow, we want to learn, we want to make sure what we doing is positive and definitely do what we have to do and craft our skill. What do you think, Ed?
So I'm very analytical. So I determine how I break everything down. I think that the seasons are think of the seasons of life, the different journeys in life, whether you're going through the contract or going through whatever year you're going through. The rain is like the hard times, but what is it you're trying to learn? What is that next stage of growth? If you need to plant something and let it grow, you need sunshine, but you also need water. And I think that's what she was getting to in her own way. Again, she was referring back to the therapist. So I think it was like that was maybe the therapist's way to explain that to her in a way, which I love. You know me.
Yeah,
I love to do
definitely.
that. I love
But
to do
she
analogies.
changed, and I think it
Yeah.
all could be the way how you perceive it, right? Everyone may
Mhm.
perceive it different. Maybe someone else, but like I said, when she said
Mm-hmm.
it's changed, it changes definitely.
Yeah.
Different seasons,
Seasons
different
change.
things happen, and definitely
For
yes.
anyone listening that's, a little bit older, like even in your, late 20s, you can look back at your teens and your high school, college,
Yes.
you see the different seasons of life. Things change, your friends fall away, you prune, there's different things. So it's really interesting. And that's good that she was, able to talk to somebody and go through that. I thought it was really good.
It's awesome.
Uh,
Yeah, and one thing you mentioned too was really good is plant seeds. Don't you know everybody don't plant seeds, right? Some people are just clueless. Unfortunately, we have some
Oh, yeah,
idiocracy.
exactly.
Idiocracy.
Well, that's the thing. And, again, not to harp on the music career, but, it, from what I know, it's navigating through minefields. It really is. And, unfortunately, too, at a lower level, not even at a national level, at some kind of stardom, you got people that are just, there's a lot of great people, but there's also a lot of people in it for money and they're just looking to take advantage. Oh, yeah, just give me 5,000. I'll create you a video. I'll do this. I'll do that. You never hear from them again. It's hard, but you shouldn't give up on that because there's some wonderful people and wonderful opportunities. And from the interviews I had last year, you can make a great career of it. And we'll talk about that
Yeah,
another
you
time.
gotta
So.
have passion, and I just love
Passion.
Coco Jones, and
Mhm.
stay supportive and keep doing what you're doing.
That's right. And that was a great topic. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And not all the time will we have the reactionary video match spotlight. We just did that today because, I thought it would be kind of cool because I really kind of got drawn to that video. But, we'll mix it up. But I think that's all we had for today's show. Chirac, is there any last parting words?
Just want to say thanks again for watching. Always gotta say thank you. I appreciate you guys out there.
Yep. And we'll be putting this audio on the podcast so you can either hear it or see it. Anyway, we just appreciate y'all. Thanks to the love. And until next time, we will see you. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. For more content, check out our audio podcast anywhere you get your podcasts. And please consider supporting us on Patreon. Until next time.